Hey everyone, my name is Jack Bush, and I am going to tell you guys about my leadership journey. So, basically, when I think of kind of the biggest event that's ever happened to me in my life, it actually happened pretty early. Because when I was 11 years old, my dad passed away from non-smoker's lung cancer, and so and just to get kind of a frame of reference, this is a picture of me about right after he had passed away. So I was pretty young, and growing up without a dad or as a single parent because my mom worked full time. I kind of if I had to pick a word to describe me, it would be devil child. I didn't listen to my parents or authority at all, and it was very evident that I was kind of distraught. And it took me actually until high school that I really kind of realized kind of what happened and how lucky I am to have the life I live. So about my junior year, I had to give a speech at a local church retreat, and naturally I thought oh, I'd write it about my dad, but what I actually ended up writing it about was my mom, because my mom did everything she could. I have an older sister and a younger brother, and raising three kids as a single parent in Edina, Minnesota is not the easiest thing in the world. And we already just lost our dad, so instead of moving out of our beautiful house or giving up on some intramural sports that we play, instead she just worked that much harder and just so that we would be able to have as little change for us as possible. And so because of that, I really look at my mom as probably one of my biggest inspirations, that pretty much anything is possible, and you can pretty much do whatever you want for the people that you love as long as you work hard enough. And so I kind of had that kind of definitely changed my perspective on life a lot, kind of once I realized that. And another kind of big change for me was going into college. In Edina, I had always I knew practically my entire graduating class. I knew kids in the grades above me and below me. But I went to UW Cross, and I was the only person out of 660 kids to go there. And it was very different, going to a school where I knew absolutely no one. And, started off like any other college freshman, went to parties, did school, whatever. And I just kind of went through the motions, not really sure if I enjoyed it or not. And this is a picture of me sophomore or freshman year Thanksgiving break. I definitely gained the freshman 15 and was sitting at about 245, I think, by that winter break. And kind of right then I decided that I didn't want to do that anymore. I'd always had the lifting perspective, oh, the bigger you are, the better. But at that point, I was just I think something needs to change. So then I started actually working out and eating healthier and kind of changing my lifestyle up. And I ended up, over the course of the next about 6 or 7 months, I lost a total of right around 60 pounds, going from 245 to around 185. So that kind of taught me that, it kind of reinforced the idea that no matter what, you have the ability to change yourself for better or for worse. And the next kind of lesson that I had learned was just overall having confidence in yourself. So this is a picture of me now, from my last formal, and I've gained a little bit of weight since I've been here, but it's been healthy weight, and it's just overall having like comfortableness in your body that, allows you to have the confidence to be able to speak with different people and, just essentially be happy with yourself. And so I think that, these are kind of the biggest events that I've been through in my life that kind of have pushed me to be where I am today. So, and I'm pretty happy with where I am.